All right, today I'd like to take a special look at the E7 with the raised 9. This chord is a bit of an anomaly in terms of chord sounds, and it's very useful because of that. And normally when we say E7 with a raised 9, for instance, E7 with a raised 9, we think, well, we just take an E7 chord. And here's an E9, 9 up on top, and we're just going to raise that 9. And then we get this. Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about today. I just wanted to give you the sound of that chord, so you have a sort of a sonic meme in your head when you think of the raised 9 chord. Okay, but what I want to talk about is what actually makes this chord sound the way it does. It's not as simple as, oh, I'm just going to take the 9 and I'm going to raise that 9. Let's dig in a little bit deeper, and we'll go back to the E7. That's an E7 chord, and here's my raised 9 here. Let's keep your eye on the raised 9. Here it is. Look at what happens if I play an E minor 7 chord. There it is. There's the raised 9. But in this case, it's not the raised 9, it's the 3. It's the minor third in an E minor 7 chord, or an E minor chord. But in an E7 with a raised 9, we have a major third and a minor third. That's an E minor 7 chord. This is an E7 chord. We put them together, we end up with a major against a minor third. And it bites like this. Right? That's what makes that chord sound the way it does. It's a major chord and a minor chord together. So it's a little more complex than thinking about it as just simply a seventh with a raised, altered note, right? Okay, how does that impact us in playing not this, but how does that impact us with choosing chords for other purposes? I'm just going to give you one today that I want you to think about. I think it's really cool. Here we are in the key of C major. And it's very common to take that key of C major and work our way down from the 3 chord in a cycle. Right? So I'll play that again. So we're heading back to the 1. That's a very common happening in turnarounds that happen ubiquitously in the jazz songbook, right? Okay, now if we look at that as the minor with this bass line. So we have 2, 5, 2, 5 again. So we started with an E minor, but let's forget that E minor. Let's just add that major 3 to the E minor. Okay, that bites. That's interesting. What if I just move it chromatically? And consider this to be an A. What do I actually have? I have a flat 5, the 7, the 3, and the 13. of the A7 chord, right? So this is just an altered dominant. If I go down one more time, now we can call this one a minor, D minor. Instead of just a minor, we have a major third. Right? And then if we go down one more time, now I have a G7 with a flat 5, flat 7, 3, and 13. So now my turnaround, instead of this, becomes I don't necessarily have to use that every single time. So there's lots of different possibilities there. Think of the 7 with a raised 9 as being a chord that has a major 3 and a minor 3 in it. And that's what gives it that biting characteristic, right? Here are 2 voicings. Everybody normally uses this one that I just, that one. But here's another one in G. So major 3, 7, minor 3 on top. And I did a video about the textures, harmonic textures in Chitlin's, Kenny Burrell's Chitlin's Carney, and he uses this one with the 3rd, the major 3 in the bottom. Isn't that great? You got to put that in your repertoire. So we have, this is a C minor in this case. Try those out and have fun.